I am now going to Delhi Haat to find out what impact Chinese products are having on our craftsmen.
गणेश इंडियन है,
अच्छा,
चाइना कुछ नहीं जानता।
हाँ,
हम लोग यहाँ से जाके बनवाते हैं, हमारे को ये चाहिए वो चाहिए तभी जो बना।
अच्छा, ये चाइना में बना हुआ है।
हाँ बनता है। लकड़ी के बीट जो हैं वो भी सब चाइना से आते हैं और यहाँ पे आके बना के उसको अपना कुछ कलाकारी कर देते हैं।
ये भी चाइनीज़ होगा सारा?
हाँ चाइना से बनता है। इंडियन वैसे तो इंडिया में बना लेते हैं लोग वो जैसे करके, लेकिन मैन तो वहीं चाहिए।
फ़र्क क्या है जो वहाँ से मारा है माल और जो यहाँ का माल है उसमें?
पर क्या बहुत सस्ता है, बहुत ही सस्ता है। वहाँ पता नहीं क्या लेबर क्या फ्री में काम करती है, क्या करती है, उसको खाने को चाहिए कि मतलब भूखे नंगे लोग हैं वो लोग, क्या पता नहीं क्या बात है।
Chinese are known to manufacture everything from trinklets to turbines.
ये जो हैं ये सारे किस चीज़ के बने हुए हैं? पत्थर के बने हुए हैं। कौन से पत्थर है?
ये वाले सब मार्बल में है, वो वाले ये वाले सैंडस्टोन है।
सैंडस्टोन में
कार्विंग, हैंडमेड कार्विंग है, पूरा मशीन यूज़ नहीं है।
अच्छा, तो आप इसे खुद बनाते हैं? किधर, कौन सी जगह से हैं?
उड़ीसा।
उड़ीसा से। अच्छा, एक चीज़ मैंने आपसे पूछनी है। अब जैसे ना काफ़ी माल हमारे यहाँ पे, इनफैक्ट आपने भी देखा होगा कि दिवाली के टाइम पे काफ़ी ना काफ़ी माल चाइना से आ रहा है ना, तो बहुत सस्ता है।
वो अलग चीज़ है, ये अलग चीज़ है।
अच्छा,
एक पीस मिनिमम समझ लीजिए कि 1 फीट का पीस है, तो एक पीस बनाने में मिनिमम 15 दिन लगते हैं, और चाइना का है वो 15 मिनट लगते हैं, इसीलिए वो सस्ता है। वो फैक्ट्री माल है, ये हाथ से बनता है।
ये जो चाइनीज़ माल आ रहा है सस्ता है, इससे आपको कुछ नुकसान हुआ है?
नहीं, कुछ नुकसान नहीं, हमें खासकर कुछ नुकसान नहीं है। चाइनीज़ जो है वो अपनी क्वालिटी है, लेकिन आज के टाइम पे भी इंडिया के अंदर या आउट ऑफ इंडिया बाहर से भी हमारे कस्टमर ऐसे हैं जो चीज़ की जैसे क्वालिटी की पहचान वो उन्हें है, उनको पता है कि अच्छी चीज़ क्या है, बुरी चीज़ क्या है। यानी कि चाइना का एक शौकिया तौर है कि आपने लिया और रखा, यानी कि कुछ फेस्टिवल है तो उसके लिए अकॉर्डिंग ठीक है, लेकिन ये चीज़ ऐसी है कि लाइफ लॉन्ग है। जब तक आप हो तब तक ये मूर्तियाँ हैं, यानी कि आप मूर्ति वो सांचे में डाल के नहीं निकाल सकता है, वो मूर्ति है। वो जो प्लास्टिक चीज़, मोबाइल्स वगैरह है, उससे हमें क्राफ्टमैनों को खासकर कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता।
Thank God this craftsman is not scared of gods coming from China. The trade between India and China has increased 30 folds in the last 10 years, but disputes remain.
गुस्सा होते थे आपसे।
Now I'm meeting retired Major General Sheru Thapliyal.
उन्होंने कहा यार अभी इसको कैसे करें? जैसे ठीक है यार, जो सबसे बड़ा आदमी है, आई एम क्वाइट श्योर दैट द आर्मी विल बी एबल टू डू दिस जॉब. Chinese are not going to have a free run this time. We are far better prepared by way of psychologically we are better prepared. You know that trauma is not there anymore. We don't think that China is a Superman. We are better equipped. The Air Force, as you are aware, some fighter squadrons have been placed in Tezpur and those airfields. And our Air Force has a great advantage vis-a-vis the Chinese. So the the most important element of armed forces against China is the Navy, because all its energy needs are coming from the Gulf region, Africa and all. We can stop that shipping, we can choke off that shipping.
He feels that media should be careful.
During the late 50s and before the Chinese war, the opposition and the media actually forced Nehru's hand to make provocative statements. If you recall, just before 62 war, Nehru was going to Colombo, and at Delhi airport he told the media that I have told the armed forces to throw out the Chinese from our territory. Obviously Chinese didn't like it. They said, how dare the Indians say that throw out, we are a bar.
From an army man, now I'm going to an academician. Srimati Chakrabarti, Professor of Chinese Studies at Delhi University.
Monks in the early ancient Indian period when, they went to China to preach. Similarly from China, there came many Chinese monks to learn about India, in the very famous Fa Xian and Xuanzang. We read about them in the history books. So that was of course one period when Buddhism brought India and China very close. but the two civilizations coexisted happily without any major problems. Or why major? Without any problems at all. It was only when the Western world encroached upon India and China, they created the nation state mindset amongst people, where this idea of a boundary and border emerged, that we have these disputes.
Professor Chakrabarty feels that trade imbalance between India and China can be taken care of.
This trade imbalance is primarily due to two factors. One is that China has still not agreed to buy our IT products. We have to have some kind of a long-term understanding with them so that we can sell our IT services to balance the trade. The other thing is in the area of pharmaceuticals. India is ready to sell pharmaceutical products to China, but the internal system in China for selling pharmaceutical products is very complicated. It takes almost 3 years to register a product. By that time the product becomes obsolete. So there China has to do something, and I think it was through continuous pressure and through some kind of or regular negotiations, some of these things can be worked out.
She sounds optimistic about our relations with China.
Much of what the Chinese government says, much of what its assertiveness in terms of foreign policy is actually to pacify its own people, because the Chinese believed that the humiliation that they suffered earlier was on account of a weak government. So they don't want to have the government look weak. The government wants to appear to be strong. One reason why the Communist Party still has legitimacy in China is because it is nationalistic. It gives the image of being in power, in control, and it has stood up to the rest of the world when the rest of the world was humiliating China.
China in recent days is occupying more space in our media. Most of the times, China is bashed. I'm meeting Wu Qiang, Bureau Chief of Xinhua News Agency.
In recent time, there has been a lot of media bashing by Indian media of China. What do you think about it?
Okay, the problem of media bashing about China, it has been happening for a long time here. It is not only recently. It has been taking place for several years, and especially last year there have been a lot of media bashing about China, about border incursion, all these kind of things. I think it is just a matter of perception about China by the media. It's a, it's a trend which has been coming down from the past, because we had some unpleasant record of history in 1960s. So this kind of memory, collective memory, is still alive today.
Wu has been in India for 2 years now. He is hopeful that the border dispute can be resolved.
More and more Indian businessmen, they are going to China to buy things and they sell it here. And also the Chinese, they are coming to India to discover new market where they can sell their products. Also, there's one more thing is that made in China does not only mean it is China. It can be US, Japanese, Korean involved. For instance, this computer, it is designed in California but assembled in Canton. So it is not only China, it is a globalization, it's a phenomenon. So along with the globalization, if there's economic prosperity, the chances of political dispute or political conflict is lowering, will be lowering step by step. And I believe, in 15 years' time or maybe 20 years' time, along with booming trade relations with India and China and more people-to-people relations, this border dispute will be solved.
After all this, my fascination for China has grown more. I think cooperation between the two countries is the key to world peace.